What's good, YouTube? It's your boy J Man, back in the event of the Bank of y'all today, man. Another reaction for y'all today, actually. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody know and been seeing this this London fitness influencer lady. She basically had said, I think I don't want to say a few years, but she had said some time back that she was gonna make this gym, right? She was gonna make this female-only gym, and trans women were allowed to come to the gym. Fast forward sometime in the future, she changed her mind, and she's receiving a lot of backlash for changing her mind about it. And just a whole lot of things going on, this and that going on. They had raised the GoFundMe for it to fund it and stuff like that. And towards time went on, she changed her mind about just women, trans women in there. Now she just wants women only, about, saying just about the sexual assault and all that type mess. But I'm finna get into the video, man. Some dudes talking about it, and we're finna hear what they got to say about it, And yeah, so y'all comment down below what y'all think about the situation too. I give my opinion at the end, but let's get to the video though.
Okay, so quick little disclaimer. We're gonna go super off topic while we're watching this. So if you want a gist of what this video is about, apparently this lady opened a gym, claimed she was gonna include trans people because it was a women's only gym and she said trans people invited. By the time she opened the gym and started running it, she decided, hey, you know what? For women to feel safe, I just want it to be biological women. Internet loses its mind. Now, if you just want to see that and not see us go off topic, you can fast forward to this point. But if you want to see some chaos, press play.
It's chaos introduced by ABBA, by the way.
Okay.
The majority of the women who are seeking my women's only gym, the Girl Spot, are coming here because they have faced some level of gym intimidation or sexual violence and assault that has been perpetrated by men. So as the owner of the gym, it is very important to make it clear how my women's only gym will be operating, and it will be operating as a single sex space for biological women. Now, we do believe that everybody deserves a safe space, and there are many gyms that are starting to have mixed cubicles and changing rooms so that individuals can feel safer and more included in these environments. But the Girl Spot gym as a standalone is a female-only gym because it is imperative that I stick to the vision and the mission and ensure that these women feel safe.
What do you think about what she said? The fact that she originally wanted to have trans women in this place for females, and then she said no.
Who's paying the rent?
That's her business. So I imagine it's her.
I'm minding mine. I'm not going to tell her how to mind her business. I'm going to mind mine. Mm-hmm. I'm in run my business the way I want to run my business. You run your business the way you want to run your business. That's you. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Okay, but I think
so I wouldn't tell her it's wrong or right. You want to run it like that. You want to run it like that. If you do not agree with how she runs her business, then don't go to her business.
Okay, but I disagree.
Of course you do.
And if I'm just trying to be they-them's advocate. If I want to be they-them's advocate.
Use your words, bro.
They-them's advocate.
So is she right or wrong?
Well, she fucked up on the first part, which is she said initially trans women were included, right? So she made that promise for a safe space for trans women, and then she reneged on it. She deserves some backlash for that. Absolutely. That's just a fact, right? You say you're going to serve all the people from your community, and then afterwards you're like, actually, we're not going to serve you guys. It's okay for them to be served. Yes.
Yep.
That's a normal thing.
Yep. All right.
However,
we agree.
She has the right to do it, and she can move on with her life. As long as she apologized for it, her fuck up, that's cool with me.
We agree.
So, and that's not a trans people thing. That's anybody.
We agree. So she brought it upon herself. You can't be surprised that all these people are mad.
No.
Trans or no.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. They're mad for a reason. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you agree. See, that's what I mean. I feel like us and you guys, you people, like we have a lot that we can work together through against, like, cis white males. Yeah. And there's a lot of outrage, yelling at this lady. I'll be honest with you.
I understand it.
I think a lot of people doing it are not even trans themselves, which is like one of the most ironic things.
It don't have to be.
Because, all these debates happen involving trans people, and one thing that I never ceases to amaze me is how there's like almost never any trans people involved in any of the discussions. Right? Like, people are mad, people are yelling, oh, trans this, trans that. Trans people are like never involved in these discussions. It's just people yelling on their behalf and then people arguing on the other side as well. So it's just one of them funny things that always make me
I understand, man. They're allies, and I get that. There's people that are outraged. If someone says something that goes against what you feel as a person, what you represent as a person, even if you're not part of that, yes, be outraged. 100%. It is your right. It is your right to be like, hey, no, that's not fucking right. You have nothing to do with that, but you're like, that's not right. More people than indigenous people are for indigenous rights. And it's okay. If you don't feel like everything that happened it should be right, speak on it. I agree with that. With the people yelling not being trans, doesn't matter.
I disagree, and I disagree for this reason. If I just saw a bunch of white folks, arguing and all this other stuff on behalf of black people, and I didn't really see black people part of any of these conversations, I'd cringe a lot. Because I'm like, are you really representing us? Maybe you're overstepping just a little bit, and where you think you're being an ally, you're kind of overtaking the mic and then arguing for something that we're not even, and then you might make us look bad afterwards.
Sure.
Right? Because you can say that, but then afterwards, trans people might be like, yo, we didn't even want you to fight this, and now they hate us more for it. Because you was arguing a position that we think is fucking stupid.
I agree.
Isn't that what we accuse Hassan of doing?
I agree. But
yeah.
I'm just saying, I understand that. I understand there's some people that's going to be feeling outraged even if they're not part of a group. Mm-hmm. I understand them being outraged.
Yeah.
Good. Do your thing.
Yeah. What they would say is like, well, you wouldn't be okay with the fact that they're stopping Asian people from going to the gym, right? That'd be illegal, right? You think it's okay for someone to say, I want to run a gym, but no Asians allowed?
I wouldn't go.
I know you wouldn't go, but do you think like that should be something that's acceptable in our society?
So race and gender is the same thing?
I'm not saying that. I'm just.
No, you're saying exactly that. That's exactly what you're saying. You're saying race and gender is the same thing.
You're triggering me.
No, I don't care.
So if you're
triggering me by saying that race and gender is the same thing. Like my everything that I went through is the same thing. So we're just gonna obliterate that, and we're just gonna conclude everything's gonna be put together. No, because you have the right to be triggered. I have the right to be triggered. Exactly, bitch. Don't fucking talk to me.
I don't have my PTSD dog today, so if you can, I just don't want to have an anxiety attack. Now, what I'm trying to say is this. If you could just have a bit of empathy and just try to understand. All I'm trying to do is just try to understand where you're coming from. Okay?
No, you don't.
So just
you said that gender and race is the same thing. It is not legal, but I don't think it's the same thing. So I'd be like, you know what? Fuck that shit. I'm not gonna go shop there. When you don't judge with your dollars, vote with your dollars.
Okay, I get that, and I understand that. So if you understand, a lot of us feel as though trans women are women, and it's unacceptable for a gym that's claimed to be for women to discriminate against some women.
She said for female. My gym is for female.
Okay.
That's it. We're good.
So my question to you is, do they check? Like, so if I'm let's say I'm Blair White. I present as a woman. I look like a woman, and no one would guess. I could get in there, right? And then maybe there's a more manly looking or masculine looking woman, and then she can't get in because she doesn't fit the stereotype, right? So like, what are we doing here?
That's not my business. But Jesus, it's none of my business. She's gonna be able to judge it how she wants to judge it. If she needs to verify. If she wants to ask for ID, ask for ID. To say if while you're changing, there is a policy that they can report that motherfucker don't have a vajayjay. So that's a nay. It's her business. It's not my business. I got nothing to do with that. I got nothing to do with that. Mm-hmm. The number of time I got refused access to a bar because I was black, but here in this city,
that's not okay.
It's not okay, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna fight to go in a place that they don't want me.
Okay, but
I do not want to fight for a place or anybody that don't want me. But if you a girl and you don't want me, then it's all right. I'm not gonna fight, but you should want to date me. It's fine. I'm not gonna have no business with you. If you treat me as such as you do not want me, I'm gonna take my business elsewhere. Yo, these motherfuckers don't want people like us. I'm gonna walk my ass out.
Yeah, see, the problem with what you're saying is like you're talking from a position of privilege. And the reason why I say that is because you're in a place where you have alternatives. What happens in some of the places where there are no alternatives? And it's services that are pretty important. For example, let me finish. I let you finish. It's my turn. No triggering. Now, like I was saying, What happens if you live in a place, let's say you need to go to a car mechanic and the mechanic says, no, I don't want to serve your kind around here. That becomes an issue if there's no car mechanics in the whole area. I understand that for you, you can afford to just accept, whatever that is and then go elsewhere. But I think I'm offering a real valid issue with what you're describing. It's like, you shouldn't be able to just discriminate against people based off their race or gender or things like that. Yes, in our places we have alternatives, so you can work it out. But maybe the alternative means you have to drive an extra 40, 50 minutes. Or maybe it's even longer than that in some more rural parts. You just have to understand that these kinds of discriminations, maybe for like a gym, it's not the biggest deal, or a cake shop, but for certain more important services, I could understand why people would feel like this is not okay.
So basically what he's saying is that if you are a woman and you go to the gym, the YMCA gym, and that gym happens to be in the Mile End where there's a lot of Jews, they should block out the window because we don't want to see you, and that's okay. That's not okay. We should just, we should just blur it out.
Huh?
I just threw a curveball at you. I just want to say
I don't know. I thought we were playing baseball, and nigga, you threw a rugby ball at me.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Catch, nigga.
Okay, but what do you have to say about what I said?
I don't
Hold up.
Yeah.
I don't think that. I know I'm playing the whole blue hair thing. I actually think that's a valid concern.
Can you take the wig off? If you want to have a real conversation, take the wig off.
Don't worry about how I present, but the substance of my character, as MLK would say. Remember him?
No, I don't. Who's that?
I actually went to the George Floyd protest.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. Sorry, it's just a random little fact. Were you there? No, it's okay.
No.
Just saying. Love black people. Now, back to what we were saying. I want you to actually engage with what I was saying. Forget the blue hair. Think about it. Isn't that a fact? Wouldn't that be an issue? Yeah. I think I really raised a real point.
Yeah, I think you did raise a good point. It is an issue. It's been an issue. It's been like that, right? But again, I just go about and create my own places where I'm allowed to, and I will accept my place and my people. I'm sick and tired of always having to ask, well, I want to be there. Can I please enter the people that want me there? I'm not talking about a trans perspective. I'm going to talk about the experience that I have as a black person. I don't want to have to fight to go somewhere I'm not wanted, but I'm going to create spaces where it's going to be me, and I'm going to be able to make my rules. That's what I want to do. It's like, we do this here for trophies. We do this here for different things. You know what I mean? I'm not going to, that's the standards. I want to acknowledge us. All right, let me turn around, go back to my hood, my places, and create places where I'm accepted. There's a couple of years ago, certain bars that you would go in the village, you can go in if you was a girl. Why? Because of the discrimination that happened to gay people, and I understand that. I understand. They turned around and they said, you know what? This is a us bar. It's for us. Because out there, it's some fuckery that happens to us. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to go to those places. We're going to create our places. Our places where we're able to... And that's what happened. And look at it now. The gay people, they are some of the strongest, if we're talking about money-wise, strongest community ever. Because they stick together and they got their thing together. Same thing with lesbian bars. You go to some bars, you're not going to be welcome because you're a man. And that's okay. Mm-hmm. And to me, I'm like, create your spaces. Create your spaces where you're going to be allowing and you're going to be able to create your own rules. But it's crazy out there. For us, I understand the sentiment and it doesn't feel good because I've been through that. Where you go to a place and you're refused just for being, just for existing, just for being you. But you shouldn't beg to exist in a place that you're not wanted. Go back and create your own places.
I get it. I think I just strongly disagree. I think these are the kinds of things we should make illegal. I think people should be fined very heavily for them. And it's because I think it's easy to say when the stakes aren't very high. But let's say I'm a parent, I have multiple kids, and the grocery store that's nearest to me doesn't allow my kind in. And then I'm being told, well, don't go where you're not appreciated, go where you're wanted. And the next grocery store is like 45 to an hour and a half away because some places don't have access to good Whole Foods or good places like that. I don't think it's a fair thing to just say, suck it up. No, that kind of stuff, you shouldn't be allowed to do that in our country. I guess that's maybe the argument I would make because I think the harm that you're doing to people is much more elevated. That 1 extra hour of driving there and back, the extra cost on gas, maybe a lot of people can't avoid that. And I think it's also just bad for communities to have venues and places like that that are allowed to do that and fester like that. So, I don't know. I get what you're saying. beyond the individual aspect of like, oh, don't go where you're not appreciated. You have to understand not everyone has that luxury. And if they don't, you can't just look at them and say, build your own industries. Not everyone's going to have the time. We talk every day about the regular person. The regular person is not going to be opening up grocery stores. You know? So there has to be a limit on how much you can discriminate.
Sure.
Well, I guess that's what I'm saying. As a they them advocate, rate my performance of like amazing to like perfect.
It's all right. It's just that we don't know what the limit of what you're doing, what you're saying is a joke or not.
I mean, that's fair. But if you can't argue against what I'm saying and only talk about my look, then maybe the problem's you.
I've just argued about everything that you said.
No, I'm not talking about you.
I'm
saying, you said we don't know. I'm talking about to the viewers.
Yeah.
Not just you.
Not just me. So yeah, the viewers and I don't know where your realness stands.
Yeah. But I think if you listen to what I'm saying, it doesn't really matter. Because what I'm saying is still real. Right? So, little thought. On the topic of this lady specifically, I can understand why she's doing this. She's trying to create a safe space for women, whatever it might be. And, at the end of the day, there's some women who don't recognize trans women as women. That's just a reality, and it's still a very highly contested topic. It's not black and white. And so for a lot of people who believe in that ideology, I can understand that for them, this is oppression. I get it.
Oh.
But you have to understand that people don't share your worldview. And there's good reason for many of them not to. So as long as that's the case, and as long as them do feel unsafe, it makes sense for me for why they don't want you in their space. And I understand why it sucks for you too.
I do come from a place of privilege. I do.
Yeah, the privilege of not smelling my fingers. Sorry, well, just want to do that once too.
I was surprised. I thought it would smell worse than that.
My first time showering in a week.
I love the timing. It's just that I understand where she's from, and I understand like women feeling some type of way about different things. Like things did happen. Let's not put a blind eye and say like, hey, you know what? There's not happen. Things did not happen. But I already hear people say, well, with this rhetoric, black people, there's some stuff that happened with black people. I'm sick and tired of begging, man.
Got you.
I'm tired. It is me. It's me. So I can understand that some of y'all are really tired and you just want to be recognized and stuff like that. It's just I transpose it to me and I'm like, I'm tired of fucking begging all the time to be like, but you should love me. I'm like, not everybody's gonna love you. Not everybody's gonna value who you are.
Preach.
I don't hang with these people. And it took a lot of work to get where I'm at. I'm talking about mentally, where I'm like, you don't like me? It's okay. I'm gonna talk about it. Like these people don't want. These people don't want me around here. That's it.
That's powerful. That's it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video,
that was the end of the video, man. Me and the whole situation, how I feel as if people do have a right to their opinion. You know what I'm saying? If you give your word to someone, if you don't commit to that word, regardless whatever side you're on, you do have a right to feel upset about that. But at the end of the day, if somebody doesn't want you there, don't fight to, just respect their opinion and just go about your business and try to fill that empty void with them not liking you with the best backup plan you can do. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man, share this video. I'm gonna say y'all later for this video. I'm out, man. Peace.